Welcome to Truth and Company Boxing Podcast to another segment of 20 random questions. Tonight's guest is professional boxer Jalen Skywalker Walker. How you doing, Jalen?
Hey, how you doing? It's great to
I'm
hear you.
great. Yeah, I'm great. Yeah, right. That's a little inside joke in case anybody doesn't know what was going on. Now we had some technical difficulties, and when I came on the first time, we were talking backstage, and then all of a sudden we had no audio. So everything's going good right now. So now I know you just recently fought, Jalen. You got anything booked coming up in the new year right away?
I believe the end of January or February is going to be my next fight. It's a step up. We're going to 10 rounds. My next fight is going to be with Matchroom, and I'm excited about it.
Now, do you have an opponent yet, or no?
No, I don't have an opponent, but we have a date.
Okay, good to hear, man. So you're actually well, are you actually in training camp yet, or are you about to start training camp?
I train year round. I only had 3 off after my fight, but you can say I'm in training camp. I'm already in the gym.
Yeah, but for some fans that don't understand that, when you say you train year round, and then there's most fighters do like a 6 or 8 week training camp before their fight, you kind of pick up the training, you work on some new things, you throw some new things in there depending on who your opponent is, things like that. So you are one of those boxers that stay in shape, and you're not one that just waits until you have a fight and then you train for 8 weeks to get in the fight. You train all year round, but I mean, you must pick it up during those 6 to 8 weeks before the fight though too, and change some things,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. The thing with me with training camps is because I train year round, it's just being mindful of the intensity. Like the last 2 months, that's when I picked the intensity up and just getting the right sparring partners and the right guys in.
Okay. So are you ready for these 20 random questions?
Yeah, man, let's do it. Excited.
Okay, question one. Tell me about your background and your upbringing a little bit, but don't put the boxing in there yet. I just want to talk about, siblings, parents, where you grew up, things like that, how you grew up, and then we'll talk about the boxing after.
Okay. It's kind of like different. Funny not to talk about boxing. It's my whole life.
Well, no, the next question is going to be how you got into boxing. That's why I want you to just give the fans a little intro of who you are before the boxing.
Okay. I'm from LA. I was born in LA. I was born in 2002, January 1st. I'm a New Year baby. I went to school in LA in Gardena. I have 3 brothers, 3 sisters. Come from a big family. My parents, they had me young. I come from teenage parents. And I have 2 loving grandmas. My grandma recently passed this year. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, now I read somewhere that do you actually live in Compton?
No, I don't live in Compton. I was training in Compton. I live in South Central.
Okay,
Yeah,
South Central.
yeah, South Central California.
Okay. All right. Question two: how did you get involved in the sport of boxing?
I got involved because my dad was a boxer. He was a pro boxer. Well, not a pro boxer, amateur boxer. And I started boxing around 6, 7 years old. I used to follow my dad to the gym, and that's how it just came natural to me.
Okay. All right. Question three: what boxers have inspired you in your career?
Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, Roy Jones, Manny Pacquiao, Mayweather, all the greats.
Okay. Question four: if you could be any superhero, who would you be and why?
I like to be Superman. Superman's badass. Superman or Batman. Batman's like a trillionaire.
Okay. Question five: do you have any boxing superstitions?
Boxing superstitions. I don't, but my dad does. My dad does, but I don't. I believe superstitions is the other word for fear.
Okay, so you don't have to wrap a certain glove first or certain boot first on or nothing like that.
Yeah, absolutely not. It's superstition. It's just fear.
Okay, question six. What is something that your boxing fans don't know about you?
I'm an animal lover. I'm an animal lover, and I love history. Pretty knowledgeable when it comes to like world history and military history.
Okay. Question seven. Do you have any phobias?
No, Simple. That's no.
All right, question 8. If you could be any animal for one day, what animal would you want to be?
Eagle.
Okay. Question 9. So far in your career, who has been your favorite opponent?
My last fight. He was 14-1 with 13 knockouts, and I was able to knock him out in the second round. So that's my favorite opponent or favorite fight.
Okay. And do you remember his name?
Yeah, his name was Jorge Villalegas.
Okay. Question 10. If you had the opportunity to spar with one world champion, who would you choose?
Retired, I would say Floyd Mayweather. I love to spar Floyd Mayweather.
Okay. Question 11. If you could have any musical artist walk you out to the ring for a fight, who would you choose?
Maybe Boosie, or Tupac if he was alive,
Okay.
or 50 Cent. I like 50 Cent.
All right. Question 12. If you could box any fictional character, like a character out of a movie, character out of a book, who would you want to box?
Character out of book. Uh, hey, I'll say what Mike Tyson said. I love to box Achilles.
Okay. Question 13. If you could choose one big sponsor to be a sponsor, who would you choose?
Nike.
All right. Question 14. In a charity boxing event, would you be willing to box a kangaroo?
Of course. I'm willing to box anybody. A kangaroo, a bull. I'll box an NBA player.
All right. Question 15. Why do you box?
Boxing is my love. It's my first love. Somewhat lost without it, but I box to help my family, to help me, and it gives me the opportunity to help the world in some way.
Okay. Question 16. Who was the hardest puncher you've ever faced in the ring in a fight or sparring?
Hardest guy I've been punched by was Marlon Tapales. He's a Filipino world champion. He's fighting Naoya Inoue next.
Okay. Question 17. Who are some of the bigger name boxers that you've sparred with?
I've sparred former world champion Mark Masayo, undisputed champion Devin Haney, sparred all the guys at Wild Card. Some I can't think of their name, but I've been in there with a few. A lot of world champions.
Okay. Question 18. What's something that you're very passionate about besides boxing?
I'm passionate about life, man. I'm passionate about being a strong individual. You know, I like stoicism. I like philosophy.
Okay. All right. Question 19. What's a dream vacation for you?
A dream vacation for me is to travel to all parts of the world in a box. So I love to go to Cuba, get some sparring out there, train with the coaches a little bit, go to Mexico, go everywhere, go to France, go to the gyms, check out the kids, get some sparring sessions in. That's a vacation for me.
Okay. Question 20. Tell me an interesting story so far out of your boxing career.
Um, let's see. Interesting story involving what?
Just any story involved in your career, anything to do with a trainer, a fan,
Okay.
a opponent.
Um, I believe it was last year. I was getting ready to go to my weigh-ins for a fight, and I got a call that my opponent, he was coming from Mexico and he was on a bus, and they got stopped by some cartel members, and they end up like pistol whipping him, and he couldn't make it to the fight. I don't know if that's true, but that's like one hell of a story if it is.
Yeah, that's an interesting story, man. Well, listen, I appreciate you taking time to come on and do the 20 random questions. You answered them pretty fast. I mean, this might be one of the fastest ones. But if
Yeah.
you got anything to say to your fans or sponsors or anything, go ahead.
Hey, just shout out to all my fans and my supporters. I'm ready. I'm an old school fighter. I'm gonna show you guys what I got. 2024. Put him in front of me, and I'm gonna beat him.
All right, and you heard it here from the future world champion, Jalen Skywalker Walker. Hold on,
just Jalen Skywalker.
huh?
I just go by Jalen Skywalker.
Oh, okay. It's not
Yeah.
Skywalker Walker.
No, sir. Just
Oh,
Skywalker.
that's all they. Oh, that's all the media keeps typing it.
I don't know why, but yeah, it's just Jalen Skywalker.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And with that, the truth has spoken.